the country goes the wrong direction, there will be nothing to report, and there will be nowhere to report from. So we must all act responsibly.
Today, when RUTO was in Bomet, he fired salvos to media owners who were acting as a catalyst for this ceremony and chaos in Kenya. We all know that when chaos erupted in Kenya, different media stations acted as a catalyst to propagate chaos in Kenya. Okay? When I talk about this, it comes at a background when RUTO has never been favored in the media. Because even during the 2022 general election, big media houses from Royal Media, Citizen TV, Gideon Moy-Owen's Standard, all supported the regime. And they made a lot of propaganda. In fact, it is said by Ipsos that media coverage gave Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta almost 65% of coverage, yet RUTO was given almost 25%. It means that media has never favored RUTO. So during this Bomet engagement, William Ruto was able to point out clearly that there are some media stations who are propagating chaos, who want anarchy. But he told them straight to their face that when anarchy is propagated successfully, they will not have time to even cover what they have. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the message which was given by RUTO to different media stations, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So today, William Ruto came out to pass a message clearly to media owners, and I think this message was tailored to Gideon Moi, who owns several media houses, and also SK Macharia, who owns Citizen TV, one of the biggest brand in Kenya, because those are the media stations or media companies which have the biggest reach in Kenya. He came out to point out that if they are to propagate anarchy in Kenya, they will not have time to even promote what they have. And here he had a point, because media stations, they must be in times of anarchy, they must act in the way they are supposed to act. There are some videos, according to the media conduct law, which are not supposed to be given out to the people. But these media stations continue to do so. There is a thin line between the freedom of press and abusing the freedom of press by media personnel. So before I speak about this, let me first give you the tape, as William Ruto was saying this. Here is the tape.
I also want to request the media to report responsibly. Reporting, celebrating, encouraging violence, destruction of property, anarchy, mayhem is irresponsible. And if the country goes the wrong direction, there will be nothing to report, and there will be nowhere to report from. So we must all act responsibly.
That is William Ruto when he was sending a message to the media owners. And I have three things about what William Ruto said. One, there must be freedom of press. The media can cover everything in the country as is. But the media must also put in consideration that all they have is Kenya, apart from the international media. But media plays a great role on how the country is perceived. Truth be told, there are some loopholes in the Kenyan democracy, but the Kenyan democracy is the biggest in East Africa. I keep on saying that because Tanzania is under an authoritarian rule, Uganda is under an authoritarian rule, Somalia, their neighbors, is fighting, Congo, the same, South Sudan, Burundi. Kenya is the biggest democracy, which means that even amid this crisis, the media must give a second thought when giving out certain news. It's okay to cover any event, but it is not also okay if that event may ruin Kenya to an extent of going to the dogs. There he has a point. But the approach he's taking also is wrong. In this crisis, it's upon the government to create a fund so that Kenya can be sold again. Because trust me, Kenya right now has a bad image in the international community. Because whenever a country has so many rights, it scares away, okay, investors and very many things. So he has attained in the international community. What the government ought to do is to make a budget, get influencers. It is okay, social media influencers, okay, get influencers in the main media, that is TV and radio stations, to start building the image of Kenya. Even amidst when Rwanda is led by an autocrat, but the outside world perceives it in another way because they hire influencers. They have Ajaze on Real Madrid and others, and Arsenal visit Kenya and PSG. They have influencers visit Rwanda on their airline. So the next step, instead of threatening the media, William Ruto should come out and hire social media influencers, because it will be hard to use mainstream media, because mainstream media, they are already cadres of the opposition. Cheske Macharia, the CEO of Royal Media, on several times has come out to say that he supports Raila Amolo Odinga. And by him coming out to support Raila Amolo Odinga, even his subordinates in the news may want to take the same direction. So William Ruto has never been favored in the media, and that is okay in the democracy. Even in the big democracies, media stations come out to provide support to other candidates. So it would be upon the Kenya Kwanza leaders or the UDA leadership to also get away on how to influence Kenya using social media, because right now social media is overtaking everything. In fact, in the US survey, people are coming out to say they get more information now at 55% from social media. The mainstream media is now at 45%, and in the next 5 years it is going to drop drastically, because social media gives news, gives perception, gives market in instant time without waiting. For example, if you want to watch news on Citizen, you must have to first wait at 7 p.m. or 9. Yes, social media gives the news as in real time. So William Ruto should get influencers from social media, both local and international, to sell the image of Ruto. In fact, I'm starting to believe that by him inviting the opposition, he's trying to sell a narrative that the opposition is working with him. That's the truth, so that he can save that image. So the essence of talking about this is trying to caution the mainstream media that they must be conversant when spreading such news. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.
Thank you.